You know what? This works. Whatever. Let's do this. I don't care. My hair is super messy. That just said drink water. And I'm here. Hi. So, if you guys keep up with me on any of my social media sites, then you would know I recently took a trip to Samoa. Why, you may ask? I don't even really know. I guess it was just like random. I was kind of in a funk being in Sydney, and I was like, you know what? I need to take a trip. Where can I go? And my mom was like, hey, we have friends in Samoa. And I was like, sick, let's go there. So I took some money out of my savings and I booked a ticket like the week later. The people we knew there now live in England, so I was kind of going with like a few connections. There was this one guy, Kevin, you're amazing. He was like my tour guide slash my connection on the ground. He was super amazing, super nice. First day I arrived, and I am not gonna lie to you, if you ever decide to go to Samoa, don't go on a Sunday because it really freaked me out. Basically, nothing's open, nobody's out. It is literally the day of rest. People actually rest on Sunday. What crazy, I know. Nothing was open, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what have I gotten myself into? I was honestly pretty scared, not gonna lie. I booked into a hostel called the Outrigger.
I just got to my hotel. It's like a hostel, and I have a roommate. And we're in like a little hut, and I just had breakfast with a bunch of random people, and they were all so nice, and this whole place is so nice, and I don't really know what's happening, but it's good.
And it was amazing. It was beautiful, and they came and they gave me breakfast every morning, and the people were so lovely, and basically they have these things in Samoa called fales. Fales are basically like an open wood hut, I guess. It's like the only way I can think to describe it, but my whole entire trip I pretty much stayed in fales. And I met this girl, Jess. Jess, if you're watching, love you. We shared a little room for about 2 or 3 days, and I met Jess and this other guy who we call him Frenchie because I honestly can't say his name. It's like Guillermo. So anyways, Frenchie, that's what he's gonna go by in this. First day, I pretty much just chilled by the pool, read a book. No! Why? Well, I guess you're gonna get my messy bed for the background. You're welcome. Day 2, I woke up and had breakfast with everyone at the Outrigger, and we got to talking. We decided to go explore the town together and look at the flea markets and just kind of see what all the town of Apia holds.
I don't really know where I am, but it's beautiful. Also, I made a friend, he's French, and we're exploring together, so that's cool.
It's like kind of the business district, or like the CBD of Upulo, which is the island I was on.
Hello. What's your name?
My name's Amy.
Amy? Where are you going?
I'm going to the market.
To the market. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
At the end of that day, we decided to go to Sliding Rocks Waterfall, which was super beautiful, but it also had flooded a lot. I don't know, there was like stuff with the water levels, so we weren't really allowed to, or like they advised us not to go down the Sliding Rocks, which wasn't the funnest thing.
Now, we've ended up watching my vlogs. Oh my gosh. This is so cringe.
Day 3, I decided it was time to close my time in Apia, the city, and move to somewhere a little bit more spicy. So I decided, why not go to one of the 5th most beautiful beaches in the entire world. So this beach is called Lalumanu. It apparently was a lot more beautiful before the tsunami hit, and just like a lot of stuff in Samoa had been destroyed from the tsunami. They were like telling me how this beach, Lalumanu, was not even as beautiful as it was, which I can't comprehend that because it was absolutely stunning. I was in awe the whole time.
It's called Lalumanu. It's stinking beautiful.
I decided to be adventurous and take this bus, public bus, down for like an hour and a half. Honestly, it was probably one of the top scariest things I've ever done. I thought the bus was about to fall apart, and there was about maybe 60 people in a 15 people van. It was pretty insane, but you know, I had my homie Jesus watching me the whole time. I'm actually super glad I did that. It was super cool. Also, I got to go to a cultural show. So the Samoan tourism agency where my friend Kevin works puts on this show every like Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday or something. And it's really, really sick. Basically, they go through and they show us Samoan culture and things that they used to practice but don't really practice anymore as Samoa has gotten more westernized. They like showed us how to make this food, and how to make baskets out of leaves, because that's a valuable skill. How to make clothes out of trees. We saw a guy getting tattooed, but we weren't allowed to film that, but it was super cool. Day 4.
Go hiking and then to a trench, which looks super sick, so I'll bring you guys along. Also, this tan line is no bueno.
I had met a new girl. She was super sweet. Her name was Christy. And we went to Tasua Trench, which was one of the most beautiful trenches I've ever seen, if I've even ever seen any other trench. But it was so beautiful.
Woo! Made it down that.
It was just super cool getting to meet people in this trench that was like a mixture of salt water and fresh water. It was just so cool and beautiful just to be off technology and make actual human interaction. Crazy, I know. So then I got back and my friend Jess actually checked into the Lalumenu Fales that I was staying at. So the actual place that we were staying was called Tufua. Tufua? Kind of like tofu, but not.
Last 2 nights I've woken up with a cat in my bed, and I literally moved to the other side of the island, and the cat has found me. Yo. Can you go away, please?
Me and Jess got to watch this cultural show. There's a specific name for it, but I can't remember. But basically, the place we were staying, Tufua Fales, they put it on, and it was like this group of like 15 boys, and they were dancing and singing, and they twirled fire, and there was this little girl, and she was like the star of the show, and they even had me up to go dance, and it was so embarrassing. And then afterwards, when everything was done, when the show was finished, it was pouring rain, and we were on the beach, and it was beautiful, and we danced with all of them and just had the best time.
So they asked her to dance. This is my favorite thing ever to watch.
Just kind of let loose, and it was so much fun. Day 5, we kind of just chilled on the beach, because why not? One of the top 5 most beautiful beaches in the entire world. You might as well take advantage of it.
Good morning. Just here, this one. Hello. Oh, I look crazy as this whole vlog. I have looked pretty crazy. Today is my last night at the Tofua Beach Fales, I think. And then I have a friend coming down from the city today, and I don't know what we're doing today, but it should be interesting, so.
And I actually did not know where I was gonna stay that night, and Jess, my friend, was moving to a different place. And she decided to move to Namau Island, which is an island like straight across from where we were staying, but she went to this little island, had no power, and I was like, you know what, I don't have tonight booked anywhere, so why don't I just come with you and we can go back to Apia tomorrow together. And so we decided to stay on this little island, and this guy caught us fish for dinner, like fresh fish, and I usually don't really enjoy fish, but it was amazing. And they made us a fire, and we looked at the stars and played music and talked and listened to the waves, and we just had such a good night, in my opinion. I think it was so wonderful and refreshing, and we just hung out with the fire made out of stinking coconut shells. Like, it was one of the best experiences. So day 6, we were gonna leave super early. It was actually Independence Day in Samoa, so they were having like things in Apia in the city, and they were like doing a march and a festival, so we were gonna try and make it back for that. But if you wanted to be back for that, you would have to leave at like 3 a.m. Because the marches started at about 5. We were like, you know what, let's just like hitchhike, because YOLO, why not? Also, don't try this at home. This is not, no, it's not safe. Don't do it. We would have been very safe about it. But anyways, we had made friends with the guy that owned Namua Island. Like, he literally owned the island, which is insane. Also, just an interjection, I literally showered outside with like hibiscus leaves and fresh freezing cold water, and it was the most beautiful thing I've ever done. But we made friends with him and he was super nice. He gave me a massive discount on my stay. He was like, hey, these people over here actually are going back to Apia today, but they're not leaving until like 4 p.m. So we talked to these people and we kind of hitchhiked with these random strangers from England who were working for the government for like a month, and the view driving back was so amazing. They dropped us off exactly where we needed to go. They were so lovely, and that actually is where me and Jess parted ways. She honestly was so sweet, so lovely. I would not have had the time I had unless she was there. So Jess, I'm super thankful for you. Thank you so much. All in all, this trip was amazing. It was so needed, and it really put everything into perspective, and I'm like recharged and refreshed, and just everything about it was so wonderful. And I'm so thankful for like Samoa opening its place up, opening its island up so that people like me can come see it, because not a lot of people actually know how beautiful and how amazing Samoa is. I've even told people, like, I'm like, yeah, I went to Samoa. They're like, I have no clue where that is. So if you're looking for a place to go, I would totally recommend Samoa if you're not looking for like a super touristy thing. Yeah, it was so beautiful, and it was a life-changing trip. It was one of the best things that I have ever done, one of the best decisions I've made, the best money I've spent. I met so many beautiful people, and I did so many cool things that I honestly did not think that I could do or that was in me. Yeah, but I guess that's it for this video. If you liked it, make sure to give it a thumbs up and click the subscribe button wherever it might be. I am sorry I have not been uploading that much lately. I just have been so busy with life and school, and if you want to keep updated with me and my life, all of my links are here, and I try to post as much as possible so that I can stay up to date with you guys. And I love talking to you guys, so hit me up on preferably Instagram. I'll probably reply the quickest on Instagram. I'll see you in my next video. Mwah! Love you guys so much.